Welcome to Exploring with D-Rob. Let's go. Good morning. Welcome back. Finally back up in the Red River Gorge area. A little north of Gorge proper this morning. Going to head out and check out Blackburn Rock Overlook. Coming up on the Hatton Ridge Cemetery right now. For directions to Blackburn Rock, if you use Google, make sure it don't take you up Pumpkin Hollow Road. I know a couple different people that's had that issue, including myself the first time. You want to take Kentucky 460 around to Kentucky 713, around to Hatton Ridge Road. Once you get on Hatton Ridge Road, you want to follow it out. The springtime, you'll have to park there at the cemetery we just passed. The fall, they open the gate during hunting seasons. So this knocks off a couple miles of road walking, being able to drive out to the user trail that follows out to Blackburn Rock. Got some nice color here along the roadway. I was out in the gorge yesterday. A lot of nice ridge top color right now, so hopefully there's some color showing out here. Rained a little bit overnight. Some fog here and there, so might come away with some moody images as well. Go ahead and drive out through here. I'll see you when we get to the trailhead. I'll leave some coordinates for the trailhead. It's an obvious trail. Some other people here already. Probably somebody's camped overnight. But there's enough room to park 4 or 5 cars here. The trail heads over into the woods right off this little clearing. Well-defined trail out through here, so easy to follow. Just follow it out to the ridge end. That's where we'll find Blackburn Rock. It's I want to say it's roughly half a mile out here, so being able to park there at the little trailhead area, about a 1 mile round trip. If you're familiar with Powder Mill Trail, most people start at Indian Creek end of it. Powder Mill Trail runs from Indian Creek up to Hatton Ridge Road. It's about a 1/4 mile back down the road there. Some people will pair this with Powder Mill Arch. Today we're just going to do Blackburn Rock. They head on down closer to the gorge proper and check out some more overlooks. Let's head on out here and check out Blackburn Rock. As you can see, well-defined path out through here. This does catch a little horse traffic, but it's not, don't get enough to be beat to death and be a soupy mud hole or nothing like the Osborne Bend tends to be. Got a lot of yellows out through here so far, looks like. A little orange here and there, so should be some nice color when we get out here. As you follow the trail out, the ridge begins to narrow. Not really anywhere to get lost out here. It's just a ridge. Follow out the top of it. As you can see, views are starting to open up on both sides as we get out here closer to Blackburn Rock. Starting to see more reds and oranges, so got a lot on the ground already. Pretty nice little hike out the ridge here. We'll come over for a little side profile of Blackburn Rock. Whoever this is has decided to camp right on the rock. Don't be that kind of person. Well, since those guys pulled a douche move and camped right out on the rock, we'll head back out the trail just a little ways. Cut over to another little overlook just before you get to Blackburn Rock. Kind of gives you a side profile of Blackburn Rock. Looks like still just ridgetop color. Still a lot of green down in the valleys. Not a well-defined trail heading down to this smaller overlook over here, but you should be able to make out a little trail where people come over here to check it out. A little more obvious as you get over here into the underbrush and stuff. Blackburn Rock Overlook overlooks the Spas Creek Valley. If you're familiar with the Daniel Boone Backcountry Byway, it goes up Spas Creek. It's down there in the valley below us. Here's a look back over towards Blackburn Rock. See the top of the tents out there where those guys are camped out on the rock. Feels like the rain's trying to pick up a little bit, so I'm going to get the camera out real quick, see if I can come away with a few shots. Nice and moody with all this fog rising up out of the valley. Got some nice color right here below me. See if I can incorporate that in a shot. One last look out towards Blackburn Rock Overlook. As you can probably hear on video, coming a pretty good rain now. I'm gonna go ahead and backtrack out of here to the truck. If I came away with any decent images, here they are. One last look down on the Spas Creek Valley from Blackburn Rock Overlook. Getting back up close to parking now. Probably try to head over to Tarr Ridge. Tried to go there yesterday, and all parking area is full, so I didn't bother. Figured there'd be people camped everywhere. So give that a try again today. The rain has picked up some. Not a waterfall rain, unfortunately. But I wish it would do this all day as dry as it's been. Let's hope to find something interesting along the way. I'll see you at our next stop. Hopefully Tarr Ridge East. Alright, made it here to the trailhead at Tarr Ridge East. Only one other vehicle here, so hopefully they're not camped somewhere dumb like the guys at Blackburn Rock were. I've been to Tarr Ridge on video before. I'll be sure to link that video in the description. It'll give a little more direction, I guess, on the trail. I plan on only going to the first two overlooks today too, so in that video I go to all four plus Rango Arch. Anyway, it's raining just enough to be annoying. Probably take the umbrella with me this time. We'll head on out that way. If time permits and the conditions still look good after we do these first two overlooks on Tarr Ridge East, since we've not been there on video yet, we may try to head across the road and go check out Tarr Ridge West Overlook. If you've seen my other Tarr Ridge East video, before. You know, it's a well-beaten trail out through here most of the way. It's ridge-top walk as well, so as you can see, quite a bit of color already, just barely into the trail. One of the downfalls to hiking in the rain is either having to wear rain gear or carrying an umbrella. The upside to that is it's free saturation for your photography. On a day like today, with all this color, really makes some of those vibrant colors pop. Coming down to our first trail junction here, you can make out the obvious Y here. That'll take us on out Tarr Ridge East. We'll head that way here in a minute. First, we're going to make this right, head out to Tarr Ridge East Overlook 1. Coming up on the campsite out this trail towards Tarr Ridge East Overlook 1. Just check out all those vibrant colors out through there towards the overlook. Plenty of reds and oranges, especially right through there. Hopefully this will make for some good photography opportunities down here at the overlook. As I anticipated, not a ton of color down in the valley. A few yellows scattered around. Still got some nice fog coming up out of the valley too. Looks like we got some real nice color over towards our next stop, which is Tarr Ridge East Overlook 2. Rain shows up pretty good there, but as you can probably see too, there's quite a bit of red and orange over there around the ridge top. Some nice color here behind us as well. Looking over towards Tarr Ridge West, again, ridge top color looks really nice there. Anyway, enough of me blabbing. Get the camera out real quick, see if I can come with a few shots. Looks nice and moody down through there with that fog. All right, let's get the camera in. Rain slacked off a little bit. Still got some fog rolling up out of the valleys though. So while I'm here, decided to throw on the 24 to 105, zoom in on some of these ridge tops a little bit, zoom in on some of those foggy areas as well. See if I can get some moody shots and catch good color too. If any of them turned out any good, here's the shots. Back out to the main Tarr Ridge East Trail. We'll make a right. Head out through here half a mile or less to Tarr Ridge East Overlook 2. As you can see, ridge tops right now is pretty close to peak color. So I'd say by this coming weekend, most of the gorge will probably be near peak. Coming up on the turn for Tarr Ridge East Overlook 2. The sun keeps peeking in and out of the clouds. Hopefully that don't ruin photography. Let's see how it turns out. Head down here to the overlook. These red maples here are the ones that's really showing off, especially today where it's raining. Adding a little extra saturation to them. Real vibrant reds. look at Tarr Ridge East 1.5, a little small overlook between Tarr Ridge East Overlook 1 and 2. And as you see, some nice colors here around the ridge tops once again. Zoom in there. A lot of red scattered out in there. A little blue sky showing up there. As long as the sun don't come out through one of those holes and make everything super contrasty, I can handle a little blue sky. It adds some color to the scene. Just before I got to the overlook here, ran into some folks on trail. One of them wound up being a subscriber that I'd actually talked to earlier in the week on Instagram. It's pretty cool when you get to meet people out on trail like that. This little part here is the only part that's would be the least bit difficult for anybody. On a dry day, wouldn't be no issue. On a day like today, it's a little wet, so if you don't feel real comfortable about standing up going down, you can always just butt scoot down. I will mention, most rocks are super slick when they're wet. Sandstone actually pretty much keeps its traction when it's wet, so you don't have to feel as intimidated by it. If you get onto some areas that has lichen or moss on it though, you might want to be careful because that can be very slick. And just as I set my pack down, sun decided to join us. Here's a look back over towards where we just was at Tarr Ridge East Overlook 1. I guess I should have mentioned while we were over there, there is actually a very small overlook just before Tarr Ridge East Overlook 1. Not a very big overlook. I guess that's why it didn't draw a name or number. Not sure how well it's showing up on video. Looks a little grainy, but there's Tarr Ridge East Overlook 1. Looks like the yellows is a little more visible from over there. But looking over towards Tarr Ridge East West, see a little more color down in there. Once again, all the red's up around the top of the ridge. Alright, enough of me talking. Let's get the camera out, see if we can come away with anything. Well, weather can't decide what it wants to do. Sun was trying to shine a minute ago, and it got a little breezy. Now getting a pretty significant rain shower. As you look over that way, you can see a little bit of blue sky behind some of the clouds. Since the sun is peeking in and out, if this rain shower keeps going, there's a chance we could get a rainbow, but not sure we'll get that lucky today. Wait this rain out a little bit. Maybe we'll get some atmospheric conditions and something good to photograph. Well, looks like the rain's passed before the break and the clouds has made it to the sun. But before the sun comes back out, see if I can get a few real quick shots, catch some of that blue sky in with the foliage. Well, the sun has finally decided to join us. Rain has passed on by. Wind's pushing it on out. The wind's definitely picked up. Got some nice blue sky going on. Don't mind some blue sky when there's some clouds with it. Makes for some nice sky interest. Hopefully some of these shots turned out. If so, here they are. One last look at Tarr Ridge East Overlook 2. Now that the sun's peeking out a little bit, kind of backlighting the leaves, makes the woods look even more vibrant out the ridge here. Not sure if it shows up through the canopy of the trees there. Pretty dark cloud pushing up. Maybe getting ready to hike out in another pretty decent rain shower. We'll see how that pans out for me. I'm trying to make good time and hopefully beat it back to the truck. Well, needless to say, I didn't make it back to the truck. Got the umbrella out again. I could hear it coming way before it got here. Wind blew it on in pretty quick. Only about half a mile from the truck though, so should be able to get the rest of the hike in without getting too wet, as long as the wind don't do nothing crazy. Past their prime, but spotted a little chicken on the way out. Well, the rain has quit and the sun's come back out as I get back here to the trailhead. Still hear some water falling out of the trees. It's just where the wind's blowing it out. Passed a couple of guys headed into camp. Yeah, it looks like due to time, once again, going to miss out on doing Tarr Ridge West. I guess one day I may just have to break down and come do a video of it by itself. Pretty nice overlook out there. Hopefully one day we'll get out there to it though. Well, that's going to wrap up today's adventure. Unfortunately, didn't have time to make it over to Tarr Ridge West once again. Hopefully we'll make it there one day though. Did get to see somewhere new on video. Went out to Blackburn Rock Overlook. Unfortunately, there were some people actually camped right out on the rock, so we didn't get a good shot of the overlook from Blackburn Rock. Hopefully, if you make it out there, you'll have better luck with people. Got directions to the trailhead there. Real easy hike once you get parked. After that, we came over, checked out Tarr Ridge East overlooks 1 and 2. Got to see me get rained on again. Hopefully, the fog and atmospheric conditions from the rain made for some decent images. But today's a pretty good day overall. Got to see some nice ridgetop color again. I was up here yesterday as well. Didn't video or anything. If I think of it, can remember, I'll throw up a few shots from yesterday's adventure as well. But if you enjoyed today's adventure, if you would, be sure to give me that like. Helps out the channel. If you haven't already while you're here, consider subscribing. Hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.